first things first, before this video even gets started, I need to make sure that I get my coffee. So I did not bring my regular camera with me, I'm just shooting it on the phone, which I didn't really think about. But anyways, I still got my coffee here. So we're ready to kind of start the video, and you can see the title of the video, everything like that. Kind of know what the video is going to be about, and it is basically why I left the car business, why I decided to kind of step away from it. From the title of the video, you guys can definitely see what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about why I left the car business, and there was a couple things I wanted to kind of run through and just explain, just in case there's anyone out there who's thinking about getting into it and they want to see someone who kind of step back from it, their reasoning, or if you're thinking about making the leap yourself, and if you're experiencing the same things I am, maybe you have the same thoughts. Sometimes it's just nice to get a different perspective. Now, the things that I kind of wanted to share before everything started was just my experience in it, just so that you can have a perspective of where my head would be at. I was in the business for about a year and a half. Got into the business in July 2017, get out of the business April 2019. And I was new and used car sales at a new car dealership, handling both of those. And I was there, I did pretty well for a little while. It was, it was fun at the beginning, but over time I kind of realized that it wasn't where I wanted to be. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I'll kind of start to go through those, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys where I was at. It was a new car dealership, there for about a year and a half. I got in the business when I was 21, and I guess I didn't make it to my 23rd birthday, but about a year and a half. So started pretty young and got out of it actually pretty young as well, right? But that's kind of where I'm at, or where I was at with that. Started off with and get into it, why I decided to kind of step away from this world of selling cars that's maybe some of you are involved in, or maybe some of you are thinking about getting involved with it. And first of all, I will tell you, there is definitely an addictive, like, fun aspect to it, selling cars, being in that world, talking to people, that sort of thing. It can be really fun, but it can also wear on you. Me being a younger person, I started thinking to myself, where does this kind of lead me to? Like, what road does this lead me down? The retail car sales, you've got to be there when your customers are there, and that means the hours are never going to be great. Even as general managers, your hours probably will never be that great. I think the days of the GM that comes in at 9 or in the morning and leaves by 2, 3 in the afternoon, I don't really see that. At least I never saw that at my store. I mean, my GM was there every Saturday. He was there, long hours, sometimes longer than some of the salespeople, right? So I never saw a way around that. I mean, I don't mind putting in the hours, but to be an executive at the top, and at some point you think you'd want to take a little bit of a step back, but in that business, it looks like you never really can. And the way that you're compensated for it, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who make a lot of money in the business, and they're very talented and that sort of thing, and they put a lot of work into it to get there, but it is tough. You have to be the right market condition, and I don't know that you can always count on that 100%. And that's kind of one of the reasons I started falling out of love with the business, the process of doing things, stuff like that. Just not being able to have control over some of the stuff that you wish you could, because at the end of the day, you're really just like a middleman, right? Yes, no, yeah. The manager said, no, I need this. You try to build value where you can, try to make them see why they should buy the car from you, but at the end of the day, you really are just a middleman, and that kind of wore me a little bit, because it is like your own business, but at the same time it's not, because you don't have control over the yes and the no's. It's at the end of the day, you're at the mercy of someone else. And when you're selling a $60,000 truck and you make $300 or whatever, it starts to get a little bit frustrating, the things you have to deal with for that money. It makes you think that you could be selling something that kind of value, making a lot more money than just a few $100. But that's kind of where that's at. the other part of it is I started thinking to myself, you know, where is this business going? So you can clearly see over time the front end profits are shrinking, and that's a fact that's across the industry. The front end profits on car deals now is lower than it's kind of ever been. You know, I think I was hearing Greg Carrasco saying that in the city right now the average gross profit's like $300. Now, I had one of the higher gross profits at my dealership, and there's definitely things that you can do to control where your gross profit is at. So if you're getting into it thinking that, you know, there's going to be no money at the front end, you do have some control over that. But by the same token, no one can escape numbers like that. They are going down over time. And to be being paid commission on sometimes non-existent front-end profits, it's tough, right? And you start thinking to yourself, you know, I'm only 22 years old. I know I can go out and try other things. I could always go back to the car business, you know, in a few years if I don't find something else and start from there. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but I just want to get out there and try other things because I can see where it's going, and I don't know that how long it will be the way it is. Because I think people could agree that it's the way that the system is now, it's frustrating for a lot of people. We try to make it as easy as we can as salespeople, but believe me, there's even times when I'm like, why is my manager making this so tough? Like, you're actually making it hard for the customer to buy a car. And I guess it's just an old school way of doing things, and you can't fault them for that. That's really what got them to where they are. But again, that's one of the reasons I got out of it. It just, you know, it's a archaic model at this point. We've been selling cars the same way since, you know, the 1930s. It's crazy. So that's basically it. I think it's really that I fell out of love with the process of doing things and that sort of thing, and I could see where the business was going, and I don't know if that's where I wanted to be long term. Thinking about the future, if that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to take the opportunity while I still can, you know, to go out and try other things and taste other things, you know, and see what else I could do, because I don't know that one was perfect for me, but I know now that I can do it. I saw success doing it and stuff like that, but I just thought it was time to go out and try other stuff. Now, watching this and thinking, should I start in the car business? I definitely think that it can be a good idea. If you're a young person, if you want to learn how to start selling things, I think there's no better place to kind of start. You learn basically every sales skill there. If you want to be a realtor, maybe you're studying for those tests right now, maybe you want to get a job in the meantime. I mean, I can't think of a better way to learn how to go through a process, everything like that, than selling cars. It teaches you so much, how to talk to people, how to build value, how to do all of that stuff. It gives you all of those hard selling skills that can make you successful in pretty much any industry. If you're thinking about getting into it for a career, I think you could still do so. But I would honestly encourage people to look at different avenues before they go down that one. I think it takes a kind of a special type of person to do it. You really have to be definitely a certain type of person to succeed in that business. It's just one of those things where it comes down to what you value in a job, but still, you know, you can definitely still make a good living at it. It's not that you can't, but I think there's could also be better ways. That's why I want to get out there and try different things. But let me know if you guys have any questions, if you're thinking about making the leap, if you're thinking about making the leap to get out of it, if you're thinking about getting into the business. If you have any questions, I definitely know that world probably even better than when I was in it now, going back and talking to like my sales manager and learning kind of some of the stuff that was going on while I was there. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave them down below. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you following me on this journey. If you want to subscribe down below, please do. Please like the video if I give you any ounce of value whatsoever, and let me know what I can do to improve the videos. A lot more coming. Thanks again for watching, guys, and talk to you soon.